I always wished I had a beast within me, because I always wanted to be a Maximal from Beast Wars. Caleb, maximize! Beast Within, released in 2020 and is directed by Chris Green and Steven Morana, who is also starring in this thing, so yeah, direct yourself, why don't ya? And I do need to make this point clear, this movie is called Beast Within, not The Beast Within, which is a film that came out in the 1980s. And it's very hard finding production stills and information on this movie when that movie exists, because it's the that just throws off the search engine. Beast Within is starring Stephen Morana, Holly DeVoe, Ari Millen, and Colm Farrell. And that right there is where the budget of this movie went. But this is a small independent film, and the screener was provided to me from gingernutsofhorror.com. Great website where you can go to view anything that's horror-related, reviews on books and films and TV. It's a great website, and the screener I got through there... Oh boy, let's get into this thing. A new gaming app, Werewolves Awaken, is being launched at a VIP event hosted by an eccentric billionaire at his country estate. It tells the story about the lead gaming developer who is looking forward to finally meeting his online girlfriend. Or the festivities are interrupted by a priest who condemns the party guest as marked for the beast. Convinced it's a publicity stunt, the partygoers disregard the protest until a dead body is found. So now everyone at the party become players in a deadly version of the gaming app. All are questioning who within the group could be the ferocious killer, as everyone is suspect. It's a whodunit horror slasher monster movie. Elementary, my dear Watson, there's no such things as werewolves. Oh, I was wrong, Watson. So the setting of this is a VIP party, a launch party for an electronic version of a famous board game called Werewolves? Werewolves Awaken? Is this an actual thing? Because I have never heard of this game before. And looking up information on this movie, apparently this is an actual game. I just never heard about it. So that's the pair of theatricals I'm coming in with this. I have no previous ties to whatever this game is, or for whatever reason we're making an electronic version of this game. But that doesn't really matter because we never get to see the electronic version of this game that everyone is making such a big deal about. Film starts and they're playing the actual board game of this werewolf game. Okay, maybe that's a nice callback to everything. But then we get to the launch party and we're talking about, oh yes, it's this great game and we're launching it and it's going to make everyone a bunch of money, but we never see a demo. The audience never gets a sense of, oh, what is this app? And maybe there could be some cool storytelling device or foreshadowing if we saw it. And then we saw it played out in real life, but no, that would just be too smart of a screenwriter to comprehend, I guess. I don't know if you can tell, but I was not digging this movie at all. And the co-director who is starring in this thing, Stephen Morana, he plays August, who is the gaming creator. And he's the programmer. And he apparently is trying to make himself seem very socially awkward. That's his main character flaw, is he's socially awkward and has trouble talking to people and being in public situations because, you know, all he knows is gaming and matrices and programs and stuff. I think these are actually lines from the movie, actually, because what he was saying didn't make me believe in an instant that he was a computer programmer. And I still don't believe it. But that's supposed to be his big obstacle that he needs to overcome. But yet he overcomes it very easily. Because when shit starts going down and people start getting murdered, he's pretty quick to lead the group and say, okay, you go here, and we'll go here, and huzzah! I did like Holly DeVoe, who played Cheyenne, his girlfriend. She was actually very spunky and very entertaining to watch as the whole film went along. She's a gunslinger, and her performance was really genuine. I liked it. However, there was one line that she was given in here. I have no idea how she was able to say this, or maybe she just jumbled up the words, but the line did not make sense. The line is when she's holding the gun and she's just shot someone, she says, "Nobody goddamn well moves." What? Nobody goddamn well moves. Is that an actual saying? It's one of those lines that I had to pause and rewind it to make sure, did I hear that right? Or was that like dyslexia that all of a sudden I'm starting to show signs of and I'm just seeing words out of order? What? No, that was a line of dialogue that was written and approved and said in the movie. It's one of those films that I feel like had not a lot of edits. Like, this is probably a first, maybe second draft, and we were like, yeah, this is gonna be cool, this is gonna be really fun. And I have a bunch of friends that owe me favors that are gonna do this movie for me. Or just friends looking for a break, but I don't think they're gonna get it with this movie. Really, as the movie is going along, I'm trying to figure out what's the purpose here. Is the purpose just to have fun and to showcase the talents of the creators and creating a small indie picture? Because if so, I mean, I'm still not buying it. But there's no hidden message behind anything. Yes, our protagonist goes through a change where he develops social skills now and he's able to talk to people and lead them. But what else happens here? Just a lot of flat surface level acting and a lot of happenings in the script that are just there just to be there. It's a horror movie. We have to have people die, and people go outside and be like, huh? Who's there in the bushes? What's going on? Are you taking a number 2? Again, a line of dialogue that was written. There are a couple of characters in here who are scripture citing characters, so I was thinking maybe this was going down a religious route, and we were going to get some, like, moral tale, but no. Not at all. Now, these characters are here, and for whatever reason, they've memorized scripture, and they love quoting it. And gosh, whenever they quote it, I just wanted to throw my computer across the room, like, oh my god, you're so fucking annoying. Congratulations, you're quoting scriptures that were written 50 years after the actual happenings by a man who supposedly was there. We don't really know. Probably not. I mean, it's obvious that the whole budget of this movie, other than going into the werewolf prosthetic, went to paying Colin Form to be here on set for probably 2 days, maybe 3, but probably 2. And he's one of those supporting characters that you see in almost every film. Just looking through his filmography, the Insider, Pearl Harbor, The Sum of All Fears, The Exorcism of Emily Rose, The Amazing Spider-Man 2, Changeling. He's been in so many different things. I don't know what possessed him to say, yes, I want to do this. But hey, kudos to everyone for getting him. There's just things that happen in this film that I'm just scratching my head. And there are big twists that happens in here, but the twists don't make sense because what happened before, it's like, well, if that happened before, why did this happen? It just doesn't all compute. Why would a werewolf gouge out someone's eyes and not just eat them? Is he just toying with his food? Come on, guys, come into the panic room. Wait, how did you get here? There's a back door to the panic room. Doesn't having a back door to a panic room defeat the purpose of having a panic room? This film missed on all cylinders for me. The acting is stale. The script here, I don't care. Because we're not shown any reason to care about anyone or the situation. Hey, it's just, let's make a movie and let's show how dramatic and serious we can be in a horror film. I'm serious. The amount of breathing, dramatic breathing, and serious looks in this film drove me crazy. Wait, no, you. Because that's acting, and actually I'm lightheaded from doing that. Wow. And it probably wasn't an enjoyable time for me watching it because the soundtrack, the music that was playing in the background, definitely made it feel like, oh, this whole thing was a porno. Just some weird generic hip-hop R&B beats playing underneath. It sounded like something that would be playing in a porno when things started to get going. And you know what that music sounds like too, even though you probably don't want to admit it to your significant other who is sitting there watching this review with you. But you know it. I'm gonna give Beast Within 1 out of 5 Blu-rays.
What? No!
Alright guys, now comes my favorite part of my videos where I randomly select which movie I'm going to be watching next, and we are going to be continuing our horror theme for the month of October, all for Halloween. So I have all of my horror films kind of in a random generator, so let's take a look. The Conjuring 2, which is perfect because I had reviewed the very first Conjuring film at the very beginning of this year. So I've actually been reading the book called The Demoness, which follows a lot of the accounts of the Warrens, and that's some pretty freaky, scary shit. I'm excited to see this one. I heard it's just as good as the first Conjuring, so we'll check it out next time. If any of you have recommendations of films that you want me to review, please leave your comment below this video or go to my Facebook page, my Instagram, or my Twitter. Leave your recommendation there. If I have access to it, I will watch, review it, and give you a shout out on the channel. And if you really want your movie recommendation done as quickly as possible, or if you just want to support this channel into helping it grow to something bigger than what it's been for the last 3 years, you can make a PayPal donation on the main page of my YouTube channel. Any size donation will do. You can attach your movie to your donation, and if I have access to it, I will watch it and get my review of it done as quickly as I possibly can. So guys, have you seen Beast Within? What did you think about it? Am I being a little too harsh on the thing? I don't think I am, but whatever you thought, comment below, let me know what you thought about it. And as always, if you like what you see here, if you like my take on movies, then hit the subscribe button and make sure you hit that bell so you know the next time I release my next movie review. So everyone, I will see you next time with my review of The Conjuring 2, but in the meantime, be well, be good to each other, and go watch a movie. Take care, guys.